Now, in terms of who's going to be the DH, a lot of people have been impressed so far this year or spring training with Ben Rice. He's stronger. They like his swing. They've always liked his patience at the plate. So in all likelihood, starting the season, Ben Rice is going to be your DH, at least against righties. Against lefties, they've got decisions to make. Maybe they have Trent Grisham play center field and move Bellinger over to right and have Judge be the DH. And the people I also spoke to, some within the Yankee organization, they don't think that Stanton is a complete bust all year. They think that he could be back. They think it's going to be a couple of months, and then he's going to be a player for them. So that's why they're not going out and making that seminal deal to bring in a DH type of player like a J.D. Martinez, because they think that Stanton's going to be back. And they're just taking it on the slow roll. They're just taking it on the slow roll. But Ben Rice is going to be on this team, in all likelihood, as the left-handed DH coming out of spring training. Good reports from these scouts on Goldschmidt, who had a home run yesterday in Clearwater. He looks really good. People are raving about how Volpe looks offensively and the way Wells looks offensively. And they expect big things out of them offensively this year, which the Yankees need. Because one thing you look at with this Yankee team, let's be honest, they don't have any depth. So there's not much after this. And especially the injury to Stanton, it hurts. It hurts. Pitching looks good. Fried's good. Rodon looks good. Garrett Cole looks sharp. They think Clark Schmidt's going to be ready for his first start, despite the cranky back that kept him out for a little bit. And there's no guarantee, by the way, just because of the injury to heel, that Marcus Stroman is definitely going to be the fifth starter. So he's still a trade possibility for the Yankees to get rid of some of that salary. Still a trade possibility. Now you look at it this way. If he's traded, though, then who's your fifth starter? Because Heel's out at least 3 months. At least. Best case scenario, he gets back in July. Best case. If there's nothing else wrong. If it's just the lat, then it's going to be a 3-month situation. If it's more than the lat, then it's going to be all year. But they're leaning toward it just being the lat. They like Will Warren a lot. Despite struggling last year in the big leagues, they like Will Warren. They like what they see. They also like Carlos Carrasco. They think that those guys could serve for half a season as the fifth starter. So, is it going to be Stroman? I guess it would be Stroman if they can't move him. But because of the injury to Heel, that does not preclude them from moving Stroman to get out from under that money. And every scout that I spoke to that's followed the Yankees spring training, they have one thing that they need. One thing that is a glaring hole on the team. They need a right-handed bat in a big way, especially with the loss of Stanton. Without Stanton, they are so lefty-laden because you look at Dominguez as a switch hitter, he's better left-handed. You look at Oswaldo Cabrera as a switch hitter, he's better left-handed. Wells is a left-hander. Rice is left-handed. Bellinger's left-handed. They need a righty bat. Are they going to get it? Don't know. Would that righty bat be Nolan Arenado? Don't know. I mean, if the Cardinals would take Marcus Stroman, I think that a deal is there. I've been saying this all spring. Don't know if the Cardinals want to blink. Don't know if the Yankees want to blink. But that's what we're hearing. The bullpen looks good as well. That's the lay of the land on the Yankees right now. 1-800-919-3776. We're going to cover the Mets like a glove as well with John Heyman. He's going to be on at 1:30. So let's get at the phones. Let's make you the co-host right now. 1-800-919-3776. And we'll start off with Caesar in Huntington. Caesar, talk to us.
Hey, Michael, thank you so much. You're starting off with me. That's great.
You got it.
I want to talk about, absolutely. I want to talk about the fact that I'm a personal trainer, so the 2 tennis elbows are not going to keep you out for an entire year. So they're going to hurt. But, and if you do get surgically repaired, you're not going to stay out for the entire year. It's not an injury that keeps you out for the entire year.
No, I've heard that too. And Caesar, one other thing, he had it all last year and he played through extraordinary pain. So it's not like his pain threshold is not high. He's got a high pain threshold. But remember, he's had 2 shots, PRP injections in his elbow while he was up in New York for personal reasons. I don't know what the personal reasons are. I tried a lot of phone calls yesterday. I couldn't get anybody to tell me what the personal reasons are. I hope everything's okay. But he's not going to be able to do anything until those injections start to take effect. So I'm not quite sure when he's going to get back. The best case scenario I'm hearing, 2 months. They don't think it's a season-long thing like Caesar said. And I don't think that surgery's on the board right now. He should have had surgery in the winter if it was on the board. But he's going to play through this problem. And you can't say, well, he's not going to be good because he's playing through this. He had the problem last year. He had a great postseason. Let's go to Moose in Jamaica. Moose.
What's going on, Michael? How are you?
Good. How you doing, Moose?
Good. Can't complain. Chilling. So, maybe you can figure this out if you haven't heard any rumblings with the whole first Al Tucker being a free agent coming up in 2026. Vladimir Guerrero being a free agent in 2026. Spencer Jones, his plan is to probably come up in 2026, along with Everson Pereira and Jason Dominguez already being there. Also, Cody Bellinger being in a prove-it contract year, and he's slated to have probably a revival with the Yankees. Do you know what the plan is for the Yankees when it comes to their outfield after this season, with all those things I said considered?
Well, I mean, they hope that their outfield is going to be Dominguez in left and Judge in center, and then we'll see if Bellinger declares free agency because he has an opt-out after this year. So they'll have to pivot and bring somebody else in if need be. I just, the way I'm reading it right now, it doesn't look like it's Spencer Jones, unless Spencer Jones has this big turnaround. He's had a really good spring training. If you said to me, Michael, what's your best guess with Spencer Jones? I bet you he's included in a deal somewhere. I mean, the Yankees hope that he improves to the point that he's their outfielder. He could be their center fielder. Right now, if you ask Brian Cashman and his staff, I don't think they envision Spencer Jones as the center fielder in 2026.